Welcome everybody, this is Nairi from Old Cottage Junk, and this is an ocean or sea journal. I've done one before, but this is a pre-order, so this one's actually quite different from what I've done before, so I'd love to show you. So first of all, to say it's 4 signatures and it's a 10-inch beaded spine, so let me show you that first. And then I've got this I can't remember what it's called, thing hanging down with these lovely stones on as well, just to add a little bit of interest. So let's get going, shall we? I think I'm going to take this off because this is sliding around, as lovely as it is, it's sliding around. So we've got her inside the front like that, and also got all of these down the bottom as well. I don't know how easily you're going to be able to see that, but because I've had to go for quite a distance with the camera to fit this in, so I'm hoping you can see okay. It's about 110 pages, 28 slot into paper, if that makes sense. So 128 sides it is. So let's get going. I'm probably not going to comment that much, I'm just going to show you because I think a lot of it's self-explanatory really. I tried to use my kit plus different papers plus different ideas, just combine the whole thing. So if you're interested in finding my sea kit, then you can find it on my Ko-fi page. You can also find it in Etsy, you can find it in both places, but if you follow me on Ko-fi you will sometimes get some freebies put on there, so just find that in the description below. So I know it's painstaking, but I'm going to put everything back as I'm going along, otherwise I will forget where it is. So it's really nice to receive a pre-order. You can do that on Etsy. You can pre-order something that you see that you like on there, or you can custom order, and I can let you know the price for the custom order. So it does depend on the number of signatures and the amount of time that I'm likely to spend on it. But I'm also happy to do new ideas. I do have quite a lot of kits, so I normally use those. But if there's an idea that you have and you don't see on my Etsy page or my Ko-fi page, I'm more than happy to discuss it with you. If there's a particular theme that you would like, I'm more than happy to do that. In fact, I quite like the challenge of something new. And if it's something that I felt I couldn't do, then I would definitely just tell you right away. So I think there's plenty of scope for most things to be done. And if you've got any questions that I haven't answered, because I'm not, as I say, I'm not going into techniques or anything on here, so I think it will be a long enough video just showing you what I've done. If there's any questions that you have, just drop me a comment on here, or find me on TikTok under Old Cottage Junk. I'm quite active on there. Drop me a line on Ko-fi, wherever you like really, just drop me a line, get in touch. I'd love to share crafting with you. I normally do junk journals, but in between, when I'm having a bit of a rest from like intensely making stuff, then I do scrapbooking and sort of journaling using craft papers and stickers and stuff like that. It's a bit more of a relaxing approach. And I do often go live on TikTok, so if you like the whole feeling of linking up with me live, then TikTok's the place. If you like the feeling of seeing me create as a creator and seeing what I produce all the time, then that's Ko-fi. If you like the idea of a shop with everything in it, then that's Etsy. I think I've explained myself okay there. This is a pretty new channel for YouTube, but I'm not new to YouTube. I did have a different channel which was decorative planning and kind of I don't know, I think that ran its course a little bit. I wasn't planning as many things during the week, mainly because of health issues, so I decided to move on to this, which is more, I think, something that suits my lifestyle now and is a great passion. So not new to YouTube exactly, and I do have other channels as well. So the main one that I started was about adoption, because I've got 2 adopted sons, so that was really how I got into YouTube, really. And then I thought, well, I can share my crafting passions as well. So I use lots of lace in the journal, you can probably spot that. Everybody's different, everybody has a different style. I like the lace because I think it softens the journals a little bit, but I think material does make it harder on the cover to actually produce a clean line, and when you're beading it's quite difficult because you can't see the holes on the other side of the fabric. So I think if you're starting out and you're not too sure about how to start, then just go for like 2 small signatures perhaps, or go for a document journal that doesn't have a case but the outside is just scrapbook paper, and just keep it nice and simple. Don't add too many fabrics to start with because it just adds a bit of a dimension of difficulty for sewing things through, and kind of if you add on the fabric afterward then it can get a little bit messy and a little bit difficult. If you go back on my channel you'll see things like, I didn't put that back through there then, altered book, which is something I'm going to do soon. I'm going to start doing an altered book, but I've already got one on there which is a chocolate one. That's very different. You'll see different themes that I've done, you'll see slightly different techniques and things like that. So yeah, check out the rest of the channel, see what I've been up to. Get everything back because otherwise I'll spend hours getting it back. So this is going to get posted out tomorrow before the new grandbaby comes. If you're watching Fee, I'm trying not to message you to annoy because you're very close, and I'm sure people are saying, have you had that baby yet? So I'm deliberately not doing the have you had that baby yet thing, but I definitely want to get this posted out before the new baby comes, but I'm not worrying about that. I need to remember to take my Peter Rabbit journal with me when he's born to hand over to Fee. I do hope you're keeping well. I guess you are, because you have mum with you as well, and that's really nice. Everybody needs their mama with them when they're going to have a baby. At least they're to support in some capacity, don't they? Whoops, put it in the right way up. I also do international shipping, if you're wondering, if you're not from the UK, because you can tell I've got a UK accent. And if I'm honest with you, I think it's only been 1 or 2 journals that have ever gone to UK customers. They've all gone elsewhere, this one included. So mostly it is international shipping anyway, and just a case of work, realising that cost will be on top of the price of the journal when you're having a look. Sometimes that is a bit prohibitive, but it's so expensive. Well, I say it's so expensive, it's not actually that bad, but it would be too much for me to do it for free, because then I'd have to put the price onto the journal. So to be honest, it's counterproductive really. And it's not a true reflection of the price of the journal. Then it makes the journal look more expensive, doesn't it, if I just sneakily say, right, free shipping, but then I will put it onto the journal. I try to use like seafaring fabrics, like the twine and things, and the colours to blend in. So some of the pages you see, this is Stamperia papers. Those are the main kit that I've used along my kit, alongside my kit. This is another Stampera image. So this is my kit here. And then there's other papers obviously used, loads of other papers used, but Stampera is another main part of this. So if you were requesting this journal, for example, you would have some similarities. So you'd have my kit in there. If I could get hold of the Stampera, because obviously they do go out of print eventually, then you would have that as well, but it wouldn't be the same. No journal's the same, so you can see what I do and the type of approach I have, but you would have to accept that it would be different, because I don't want to churn out sort of, oh gosh, I'm trying to get this in. I don't want to churn out lots of similar journals. I want them to all be different anyway. It's a nice bit of fabric there. We have the occasional fabric pocket. I think we're getting through quite nicely. We're part way through the third signature. I'll show you an Indian journal soon, which I've made for one of my daughters. She doesn't really know I've made it yet, but it's not complete. It's not going to have as much in it as this one, because she's quite new to journaling, so I didn't want to go too crazy with it. So it'll be simpler than this one, but the kit's nice and it's different. So that'll be something that I'll be bringing onto the channel fairly soon, because I hope to get that one finished and given to her. So many things you can do for friends and family, even if you don't sell them. You don't have to go massive like this. You can make much smaller journals and concentrate on the little things that you want to put in it. Okay, so that's my kit again. So this is the final signature. There's quite a lot of bling in this journal, which I don't always do, I guess because it's a C one. Felt like it fitted the theme. So it has got the odd jewels in it and things, because just so it looked nice with the theme. But a purely vintage theme, you wouldn't do that, I guess. You could, I guess, but often you don't. Some of the stuff you see here is like genuine ephemera, so that one is. I'll pop that into some of the envelopes just to make it more interesting for the buyer and fun as well. I know this one's quite hard to get in and out, so a lovely vintage picture there. To get that lace folded when it goes in. I did a TikTok video where I sped it up, because I see obviously on TikTok people aren't as patient to watch things, and I had trouble getting this back in. But then when you speed it up, it doesn't look like I had trouble at all. It still looks really, really quick. So you guys would be like, come on, get that back in there, Nairi. So yeah, it didn't look quick at all. And it sped up more than 2 times. 2 times over. I'm sorry, silk there. So if you like this type of thing, junk journaling is the only thing I put on this channel. Ooh, off comes the gem. Sometimes I do. Please subscribe. I don't know what these little black things are here that are coming off. Can see that maybe it's stuff on here actually. scattered around, these little blobs. Don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to find out because it's making a mess. Go back and check it out, what it could be. It's a mystery, because last time I flicked through it was there as well, and there's a bit more. Can't have bits floating around in the journal, can we? There we go, some ephemera at the back. So I hope you've enjoyed that, everybody. Any questions, do feel free and join me on my journey to grow the channel. Hopefully at some point there'll be a membership and then you'll have access to stuff. But yeah, go and check out, do not know what that is. Go and check out Ko-fi, because there are lots of freebies on there without you paying anything at all. So I hope you enjoy that as well. So yeah, I'll see you again on Old Cottage Junk, hopefully with my Indian journal next, or the altered book, which I hope to be a woodland theme. Let's get this all tied up nice. It's a nice wide piece of lace, so it holds everything really well. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.